Renham again RS.
Well, Dominic, it seems fitting, I suppose, to start with Christmas. How was it? Did you get any time to enjoy it?
A little bit of time, yeah. It's always nice to be able to go back to the family and spend some time with them at this time of the year. But obviously, it's probably the busiest time of the year as well for the people playing football. So it's nice to get a little short time with them.
And it's been busy for you as well. Started the last 3 games in terms of first team action. It's been a fairly consistent period.
Yeah, I've had to bide my time and wait for my chance to get in the team. Come on a lot off the bench in recent months, but happy to finally be back in the team and putting in performances, and hopefully they can continue and we can continue getting results.
I saw some quotes from Marco Silva saying that he challenged you to keep improving, to score goals, to earn that first team spot and make it your own. Has he said something similar to you in private?
Yeah, definitely, and it's what he keeps saying to me, and I think it's good because as well as the competition that's in the team now, I think it's important that I keep improving at the age I am, and I know I can keep improving and keep affecting the games even more so.
How much does first team football play in that improvement pit, you know, that kind of where you want to be, I suppose, from where you are now to where you aim to go?
I think that's what every player wants to be in the team playing football, and especially as a young player you want that exposure and the experience, and I played quite a lot last season, but coming into this season perhaps not played so much, but now, like I say, happy to be back in, and I feel I am better for it. The chances I've had last season and this season so far, coming in now, I feel a more rounded player, but I've still got a way to go to become where I want to be.
And is it good for you to be able to play as the central striker rather than playing out wide, which is obviously the easy way sometimes to get a young player in the team?
Yeah, I mean, that's where I see myself playing, and I think the manager, I spoke with him, and that's where he sees me playing as well. So it's nice to be up there and leading the line for Everton. That's what I want to do, and that's what I'm here for, and it's nice that the manager's put confidence in me.
And being a striker, I know you love goals, it's how you're judged. So how hard was it to have that one taken off you against Spurs when you'd scored against Man City as well?
It's disappointing because you work so hard to get opportunities like that, and when you do hit the back of the net and the way it was disallowed, it's one of them. You kind of, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, but on the day I didn't get it, and I suppose I have to take confidence because I've still put the ball in the back of the net, so I'll continue with that.
Does it still rankle a little bit that it didn't get given?
It does, yeah, a little bit, but I've had to put that to the back of my mind.
So what is it then? I mean, what are you hoping to achieve with this spell in the first team? Is it about now starting to score more goals? Is it just about proving to the manager you can lead the line? What is it?
It has to be nailing down the position for myself and scoring as many goals as possible. That's what I want to do, and I think that's what I'm capable of. So, and I guess as well, it's about showing the manager that I can do that, and he can then ultimately put trust in me to leave me up there and hit the back of the net.
How about your own game? Since Marco's come in this season, has he asked you to change the way you play, adapt your style or anything?
I wouldn't say adapt my style, but I would say that his style of play is different to obviously the previous managers that I've played under so far at Everton. They've all had a little bit of difference, but this manager, he likes to play attacking, creative football, which suits my game. And as a striker, it means you're going to get chances. And it's not so much about changing my game; it's more playing the way he wants to play. And he's made that clear, so it's clear in my mind, so I know what I need to do.
How exciting a time is it to be part of this attacking unit at Everton when you have the likes of Richarlison coming in the summer for big money and scoring goals, and you've got obviously Gylfi playing at the top of his game and Bernard. There's a lot of creativity there, isn't there?
Definitely. So for me, I'm rubbing my hands together when I get the opportunity, because I know that, like I say, the chances are going to come, and it's Bernard on the left and Richie and Gylfi are a joy to play with when they're on top form like they are. So I just need to make sure that I'm in the right positions to make sure I can hit the back of the net.
And being in the first team, how close do you feel you are to gaining those kind of almost instinctive partnerships with some of those players?
It's close. I mean, I think the more I play, the more you kind of feel it. I mean, I have a good relationship with them all off the pitch, so it's just a matter of being on the pitch enough to build it up on there as well.
And the supporters after the Spurs game were particularly critical, I suppose. Conceding 6 is never nice for anyone, is it? So, as you know, being part of that, having to shoulder some of that responsibility, was that tough? Do you find that easy?
I think they've got every right to say what they need to say after a result like that, especially at home. We was as disappointed as they were to lose the way that we did. but I think the experiences that I've had already, playing in the Premier League, I think I'm at a stage now where you have to take that on your shoulders and you have to take responsibility and go and put it right like we have done against Burnley. And I think there was no better way to kind of put it right than win the way that we did.
Yeah, was that part of what was spoken about in the build-up to that Burnley game about righting some wrongs?
Definitely. I think even if we were to go and win the game, I think we wanted to win it convincingly, and I think you can say that we did that. But I think it was about taking the responsibility for the result at home and winning in a good fashion.
Did it affect the mood in the camp much, or were you all able to rally round and say, look, wipe the slate clean, let's go again?
I think if a result like that's ever going to happen, now is probably the best time, because we've had 2-3 days between the game, and that's our chance to put it right. So as much as the result was a bad one, it's straight on to the next game, really focusing on how we can put it right, and thankfully we did.
Well, the next 6 games are against teams outside of the top 6. So how much of an opportunity is this for you as a squad to put some consistency together?
It's a massive opportunity, I think, for the squad and me personally to achieve what we want to achieve. And I think after these 6 games, we'll hopefully be able to look at the table and see that we're in a good position, closer to the top 6. And I think when the games come thick and fast like this, we know what we're capable of as a team, and we'll be looking to win all them games.
Do you think this season the top 6 is still realistic? Is that an aim?
I think it has to be an aim. You have to push as high as you can. The top 6 at the moment are all good teams, and it'd be very tough to crack into there. But I think the direction that we want to go in and the size of the club, this is where we want to go. This is where the manager wants to take us, and we're all on board to try and achieve that.
And what about the prospects, obviously with the FA Cup coming after this run of games as well, the prospects of bringing a trophy here to Everton? How important is that to you?
Very important. I think the club needs to see silverware, and we'll be working to try and achieve that. And the FA Cup is a massive opportunity for us to try and do that, and it's something that we'll be taking seriously and to try and go as far as we can.